Game 3 wasn't basketball, it was daylight robbery. The Indiana Fever were leading, they were fighting, and then a series of whistles ripped the game right from their hands. Suddenly, the Las Vegas Aces are at the foul line. A'ja Wilson is throwing elbows, and Aaliyah Boston can't even get a fair challenge recognized. Fans at Gainbridge saw it, social media saw it, and the box score proves it. The Aces didn't outplay the Fever, they were handed that win. And the most infuriating part? It overshadowed Lexie Hull's gritty, career-defining performance.
A'ja Wilson sets a screen where she extends her leg out, but of course they call the foul on Lexie Hull for A'ja Wilson's illegal screen. Then A'ja Wilson and Alyssa Smith totally foul Michaela Timpson, but there is no call. Could have took a 1-point lead going into half. Now we're up by 3 and they call a foul that isn't a foul. So we don't get calls when we're getting hit, but the Aces get a call when nobody touches anybody.
Game 3 was ugly. But let's not pretend this was the first time Indiana had to fight two teams at once. From the very beginning of the series, the officiating has leaned toward Las Vegas like a crutch, and it's thrown the balance of competition completely off. Everyone saw it in Game 1. Vegas tried to come back into the game at the free throw line, while Indiana's physical play was treated in a different way. The Fever would stand tall defensively, body up, and somehow those possessions always finished with the Aces shooting free throws. That set the tone. By the time the second game came around, the pattern had grown louder, and the calls felt more and more one-sided.
Steph, why don't you think you were able to find any flow, and when that was the case, what are you trying to do to jumpstart things, maybe on the defense?
Well, it's hard for us to find flow when there's a foul call every 10 seconds.
In Game 2, the whistles piled up every quarter, and what might have been small frustrations at first snowballed into a steady drag on Indiana's rhythm, with Stephanie White having to call it out post-game. By Game 3, it wasn't just a pattern anymore. It was a wall the Fever couldn't climb. The nightmare sequence came in the third quarter when Aaliyah Boston tried to challenge a foul call on Jackie Young. Stephanie White motioned for the review. The bench was ready, but officials wouldn't even acknowledge it. Seconds later, Chelsea Gray buried a 3, and just like that, the crowd went from roaring with energy to gasping in disbelief as Indy's lead vanished.
A'ja Wilson is 1 for 12 as the foul is called on Boston, and that will be number 2 on Aaliyah Boston.
You saw Indiana picking up full court pressure defensively, and if you're Aaliyah Boston, that's the one spot on the floor you do not want to get a foul call.